Hello everyone and welcome back once again, this time for the final mission of the 1939 campaign, even though it's already 1940, but that doesn't matter. It's April 19th, 1940. I apologize for rushing you and your men so quickly, General, but the situation is urgent. The combined British and French forces have successfully ousted our initial landing forces from the port of Narvik, and they look set to hold their ground. Their presence here continues to jeopardize our ore trade with Sweden and must be dealt with swiftly. Your objective is to seize control of Narvik and the surrounding fjords as quickly as possible. You should be able to count on assistance from the initial landing force. Although they have been forced into the hills and are somewhat low on supply, their commander has assured me his men stand ready to aid your assault on Narvik. The battlecruisers Scharnhorst and Gneisenau have been temporarily placed at your disposal to deal with any allied naval forces that may attempt to interfere with your operation. Intelligence has reported several major British naval assets in the area, including the aircraft carrier Glorious. It would be a great boon to future campaigns if you would sink this vessel and any escorts you encounter. Right, let's go to the deployment screen then. Okay, here in the deployment phase for the Narvik scenario. This time, for decisive victory, we have to capture objectives and sink the British aircraft carrier, the Glorious, and marginal victory is capture at least 3 objectives. Let's repair the damaged units. This is Oladir, right? Yeah. Too bad that this Gebirgsjäger also got badly hit. Nothing we can do about it though. They'll get back up there in this mission. If I'm a bit careful, then everything would be fine, I hope. And yeah, we should be able to keep going there. So let's give you elite the 12, and these guys already had it. Of course, with the soft cap still being pretty high, or the prestige cap being pretty high, pretty low. I don't know why I said that other thing. Prestige cap being pretty low, it's not a whole lot we can do. First of all, I am going to deploy the 2 newer fighters again. And there's only 1 airfield. Fair enough, fair enough. Now, for this mission, I will deploy both my bombers because there are a lot of enemy air units, naval units. It's not my day for talking so far. I'll be deploying both of these bombers, strategic bombers, in order to take out the enemy navy. If we take a look, these guys should be having pretty decent naval attack. 8 and 5. Yeah, the rest of these guys, not too much. I think the bomber's not even that bad. Maybe I'm not deploying the Dornier, but definitely the Heinkel 111. Now, the best one of those is the Junkers 88. It's also the most expensive, but also has the highest naval attack possible. But I am not going to buy that unit so far. So let's just leave that alone for now. That's all I'm saying. Helmut Lent is not yet at 225, so I don't mind deploying that one as well. Yeah, I'm just not really feeling it for the Air Force here. I could deploy the bomber, but I'd rather deploy at least 14 more ground units. Trying to, you know, get some of that 1st Panzer action in there. Oh, I didn't repair you. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see. The 1st Schutzen Regiment. Now, I could... It's 1, 2, 3. Better have some artillery over up in here already. And that is going to be 73rd Artillery Regiment. What I'll do is I will have 1 artillery up here. And also Oladir. Because with those 2 combined, I have a pretty good shot at making it through these few cities. Whereas down here, I might need a little bit more artillery. So I will deploy those there. This is 73. And yeah, it means that I will have both this and the Sturmpanzer down there. I have to say, can't really deploy a whole lot more units down here. Yeah, let's start. I want at the very least. It's also tough because they're not on the road at that point. The other Gebirgsjäger here, it doesn't have trucks, so it's gonna have a bit more trouble this time around. Let's deploy also another infantry. And I do want a tank. So I'll be going for this one of Panzer Regiment 1. I'll be deploying one up here. Might not even be able to deploy my full ground force. I have 3 units left. That would leave me with 3 more units to deploy. That I mean, technically I could put them in landing units, but I think it's a bit precarious, to be honest. Number 4, there we are, the recon. So I already deployed the Panzer 1. Guess the Grenadier will go up here. Not the best location. If they have an anti-aircraft gun here, then I might just as well switch these up. There we go. Then we have the 37th. Yeah, I guess I'll have to deploy some more ground forces. I'll have the Pioneers down here. And another infantry. I don't need that much up there, but like I don't really again expect too many tanks here. I can deploy the SE unit if I haven't done so already. I guess I have. That means that I did deploy entire 1st Panzer for now. I got the artillery, I got the infantry, got the tanks, and the artillery. Could go for the anti-aircraft gun or for a bomber. I think with such a densely packed map, I've limited use for another bomber of this caliber. So I'm thinking about deploying this one here. And let's also deploy that down here. So we have a few troops that still need to get on land, but I think we'll be able to deal with it. I will have to re-establish myself in the way of naval warfare, so I might not be doing as well as I might have done if I remember everything correctly. Either way, let's get started with the mission here and see what we can make of it. Yes, I thought at least we have the initiative. I'll be dealing with the ground forces first because that's a bit easier. What is the likelihood that they have an artillery there? Not that high, indeed. We'll have to shell these, though. Unfortunately, there's just no way I'm gotta be able to finish them off, otherwise these guys are gonna get 2 experience or something. I haven't seen those Norwegian troops actually attack on their own. It's a mountain unit, so that makes it a bit more difficult. But yeah. Oh, okay, well, guess that's good to know. Yeah, I'll gladly go in here and attack that artillery already, because that's a bit dangerous here. And I don't see... Well, these are a bit more powerful, but they're not going to attack all the deer. They might go after the Panzer 1, maybe, but these also have 1 heart attack, so I don't really see a whole lot of damage going for them there. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. The only thing that worries me a little bit is the vision of the enemy. As in what they can see. But I'll deal with that later. Yeah, so that should be fine. I'll set myself up to take Balangen first, and I have no clue whether they have units there. It would be quite dangerous for me to move in there without any kind of protection, and they can't see me in here anyway, and these guys can move, so I'm feeling relatively safe even just doing this. There's no way the enemy is gonna be around here. So, as for my air force, I will surely go here. They can't see these units, but I do need to protect this. Okay. Scouting is probably best done with the submarine first. Don't see anything yet. Like, I suppose the best way to do this, I think, would be to keep my capital ships in reserve and just try to make them come to me. That's what I think. So I'm gonna hold back a bit, because if they can see my capital ships, then they have better chance of dealing damage to the enemy. I don't... Yeah, this is probably good. It's quite important for me to take this city. I'd like to have it in one go, because now both of these units are visible, so I can only hope the enemy doesn't go out and attack either of those. This is mountain, so it's good for the Gebirgsjäger. Apparently not good enough. Okay, the rest of my air units don't want to be around this. And I would like to at least keep this close. This is good. Wow, that's actually quite a bit of damage they're still doing there. Yeah. This is what I was afraid of. If I would have been able to take that in one go, it would not get damaged. So that rugged defense really hit me there on those Gebirgsjäger. Because otherwise things would have been going quite well, but now that's a bit tougher. I'll try to keep maximum distance. Because that way they'll have a harder time spotting me. So this one has a much bigger range than... No, okay. Okay, that's 2 destroyers down. That already works in my favor. As it is, I'm gonna try and protect my capital ships here with the destroyers, so that if they actually do come over to this area, it will be possible to block them like that. They might indeed be tailored just to go up, but the most important thing is to keep my capital ships alive. Because they deal the most damage. I don't really care about losing the destroyers there too much. Quite surprised these guys were able to do such a number on the tank. Yeah, now the road is clear at this point to attack these as well. If I attack, I won't be able to push them back, so I might just as well go up here. Yeah, they're too entrenched. So then, also using the other infantry. So this can move here and then attack 1, 2. So it should be fine probably on this side. Or not exactly. Ugh. Need to get out of vision range entirely, but again, that's not possible because of the hurricane, which can now still see those Gebirgsjäger getting this Norwegian mountain to move down and attack this Gebirgsjäger most likely. So that's still really biting me. Like, if I was able to destroy this, then this unit would be saved. But now I'm in trouble. Anyhow. What are the odds anyway? It's still a pretty high chance to kill him, but... So there are a few things I could do here. If I destroy this unit, then I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't actually take this hex. So let's do it like this, and I might actually be able to lure this Norwegian infantry to go and attack the Panzer regiment there. Let's get back on the road. Might be a bit overzealous to go and attack there already. Still haven't made up my mind yet about these. So if, say that I would be attacking it to 5, I might actually get odds of 4 to 1. And that would take it down to 5. There's practically no way for me to destroy these. So I'm gonna leave him to it like this. So where's the hurricane most likely gonna go? Because then... yeah, I kinda do just need to attack. No. But at least it will repair then, instead of going for my artillery, I hope. I mean, they might have a bomber now, but then there's little I can do about that for now. Well, let's see here then. So they're gonna go after the submarine. Not bad for me. Means I get to destroy quite a few enemy units here, I think. Okay. Alright. Luckily as well, the submarine is still alive. So... let's go after that there destroyer. Practically, they have a vision of 1. Okay, so I can use 2 motorboats. To destroy this one. And... do I have any other motorboats? No. I guess I'll try to use 3 destroyers to finish off this one. Back there, and then move the submarine to the side, so I have a bit more vision. These have the same range as the Admiral Hipper. have to admit, I'm not too happy about that. Let's try it. Meanwhile, I'll try to block passage again. Okay, so the 4 strength fighter went up here. Sea fire is a lot more dangerous. I'd also very much not like that sea fire to see the BF 110C. But I'm afraid it will. I'm looking for a decent surrender if I can help it. Yeah, I'll take it. So you're gonna get out of there. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get a surrender out of this one. Unfortunately. It's not my day. It really isn't. I don't think it can reach here indeed. Well, just use it to take the city then. They're likely to go back here and repair, but we'll see what they're up to. I definitely cannot attack with the strategic bomber yet. So they're pretty much trying to get in here. That's what I gather. Let's see, it has 12 fuel. If I destroy it or destroy the carrier now, it will not be able to refuel. And it will pretty much just crash into the sea, I think. 12x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, then I just need to make sure that my air units are on this side. And then I should be fine. Now, I did have a 5 range. You have a range of 4. Don't know why it... Can we please destroy this? Thank you. Okay, I mean, the Glorious itself is quite harmless, and I don't think it could repair this turn even if it wanted to, or refuel, because the Glorious is in a different hex. So then I'm much better off focusing on their destroyers than anything else. And I did see a submarine somewhere around here. So I do need to worry about that as well. Okay, another destroyer down. They do have quite a lot of those, so it's best to try to stay sheer clear of them. Right, I'll back off a bit. Let's see, because their vision is 2. So I think just staying out of vision here, but really trying to get into the bay for now is probably best. We'll see whatever more destroyers and other units still start throwing at me, and yeah, we'll just see how that goes. It's gonna snow next turn, so that is a bit unfortunate. Okay, so we got the other British air unit. It has 13 movement, 12 fuels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it wouldn't be able to go after that destroyer there. I'll gladly make use of it. Okay. I'll have to try to stay out of range so they can't see this as well, or they can't see my units. That would most likely, or that would be the best outcome here. Don't want them to go and bomb my artillery. That would That'll be the worst. So that does mean that I have to lay back for a little bit in order to make sure that nothing crazy happens. I mean, in the city I'm probably fine, but yeah, I do want to be careful here. So really picking my positions, trying to attack these. They do have more destroyers here, so I gotta be careful. You're not being attacked, so that's fine. I'll also rest these guys up there. And then we can continue. Well, I'm sure they have a unit up there too, so... Fairly surprised they have so many units in here. Not the best of moments, but I'll take it. Still want to see... Oh, it's down here now. So it wasn't that unit. I was curious to see whether that might have been the case. Okay, so they do also still have some heavy battleships. And their submarine is right there. I thought that was right here, wasn't it? There it is. Okay. Great. Well, what I might do is just try to destroy the Glorious now and just take it from there. Because the enemy also has a vision of 1 for this turn. And it does put the Spitfire out of commission. That's pretty useful. Yeah. Can't really say I would be able to attack because, well, I guess again I'll just try to stay out of sight. for a bit. And they would probably go and try to attack down here because then now they can see at least these units. Well, I guess the Gebirgsjäger. And yeah, there's no way for me to move those guys anyhow at this point. Yeah, I'll just move back. Yeah, that attack isn't good anyhow. Okay. Definitely using the bomber first, the war spit. And they have a range of 5. I guess there's not a whole lot else I can do except indeed attack them. Yeah, but maybe I should wait on that a little bit. I didn't think they had this artillery before. Maybe they did. Using the mass attack bonus to finish them off. Maybe I should have bought a second destroyer. So the thing is, if I try to keep bombing, it's gonna take a pretty long time. But I do need to destroy this one as well. I need to actually keep at least some of the destroyers alive in order to destroy that submarine. Those were terrible results. Really, really bad. So let's move up, try to remain hidden for a bit. Yeah, I need to move this guy down and start going after the artillery. There's no real other way for me to attack here besides that. And maybe Now, I'm a bit confused as to why they can't go here, because this is 1, 2, 3. I probably has to do with the road here. But I would have expected them to be able to go there. So I'm actually a bit confused about that. Doesn't matter too much. Well, it kind of does actually. As long as I stay out of sight here, that's at least good. Enemy still has quite a few destroyers around this area, so I do need to be quite careful. I could attack like this. Try to hurt them a little bit, always helps. Why not? Let's see though. That one's down. So with the submarine there, I kind of need to finish off the war spit first. I can get pretty close now because I know I will be able to take it down and remain hidden afterwards. Got one clean hit. Nice. I'll block off the port. A bit unfortunate. I was already afraid that indeed they would deal that damage there. I have left. They're actually quite suppressed, and that will help me. Let's make sure these are fully suppressed too, so that I can actually go on the offensive. One, two, no, they wouldn't be able to get in there. These could. see how this goes. Yeah, the shame is that now they'll put this unit in there, and since I don't have another unit to get into that hex, so now I do. Oh, well then don't mind if I do. It'll cost them quite a bit to keep repairing those, so at the very least it helps me in prestige. Or it helps me at the end of the mission. So let's start moving you down. You as well. Only this battleship can still attack it, and I'm not too afraid anymore. Let's use these mountaineers to scout the area for a bit. And use the opportunity to resupply. Really? Luckily, with this one, luck was on my side for a change. I mean, that 3 strength artillery dealing damage is also not particularly great. Can I actually attack this? Yes, I can. I will. Don't make me use a second one. Okay. Seems like they're now trying to block off this route. Which is a pretty good tactic, actually, if you ask me. Now, luckily I will have control over the bay. And there won't be that much that they can do. I mean, I can't pass through here now. But... really, that little damage? I have to say that I'm not impressed. Not in the slightest. I would have thought they'd do a better job. Well... apparently not. And the Gebirgsjäger are doing a lot better. So let's move you here. Oh, that's not the same unit as here. So they're actively buying units at this stage. Already. I would have thought. It might be that they actually will come down here with some unit and then they'll be forced to attack me. That would actually be pretty decent. Attacking with, or moving like this with older deer is always risky. It seems nearly empty. That can't be. Let's keep them actually on the mountains. If they can spot this, I can lure them out with the Fallschirmjäger. They also didn't come out here, which is a shame. These guys would be trapped though if I were to attack from here. It would be a good surrender. Question is though, what's behind it? That's actually the thing. I will wait for a bit. So I can. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. This would be to push them back. Use the strategic bomber. And finish them off. And likely these guys will go after the Fallschirmjäger, so I should not suffer too much. Yeah, let's just go. Oh, what? They can retreat there. Kind of thought they wouldn't with that road there. Oh well, I guess it's destroyed then. I think the most curious is the things over here. Right, let's move all the way out here. Okay, the weather is going to be decent. If I move this way, I should stay out of trouble. That's what I think. Maybe. Let's get to the airfield. As I suspected. Did I do anything? No. Guess I had to do it the hard way. They did buy an artillery now. So... Oh. Still have to go and investigate. I know they had, or I thought they had another destroyer out here, but that's not the case, it seems now. Well, I guess I'm gonna go after the anti-aircraft gun. At least for now, it will be expensive for them to repair that. Since I cannot make surrender any other units at this point. And they don't have any artillery around that region either. I can pretty much move at leisure. If they have a unit here, it will definitely see this. So I'd rather move down here for now. and leave my air units like this. Let's move you back one more hex. And let's see what they do if I lure them out. It also means I can see things on this side. Okay, they're actually going out. Really? That seems a bit far-fetched to me, if I'm honest. 3 damage there against my heavy with the Renault tank. Yeah, extremely sketchy, because if I attack, maximum's only 2. So for them to be able to do that, they must have been extremely lucky. And, well, I don't like that at all. At any rate, by this stage, I should be able to get them to 4, 3, 2. I mean, I pretty much want to make them surrender. Was too good to be true. That's what I think. Might still do it here. Okay, so that removes the tank. They can still buy, at the very least, a unit down here. Not too much I can do about it now. I don't really care that much. Anyway. Okay, so definitely not a whole lot I can do with my Air Force yet, because that anti-aircraft gun is still there. Besides that, there is only... Well, I think maybe if I move these guys here, they might also not be able to buy anything. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, fair enough. It's not too bad. I'm a bit afraid of that artillery, so I don't really want to get those grenadiers out there and then for them to get attacked by artillery again. So I'll use the Fallschirmjäger to finish off that Norwegian infantry. There are 3. Kinda need better suppression here. I don't particularly remember how to refuel these. Kind of forgot about that. Let's see though. Yeah, definitely going after the artillery. And I'm pretty sure I can do this safely now. They don't have that many units and they don't have any armored units. So this should work pretty well. And if I move these guys here, they can't follow up with any attacks anyhow. So that's looking pretty decent to me. Yeah, we'll block this city too. So then they can only buy here from this hex. And that's totally fine. I have plenty of turns left here to do what needs to be done. They didn't even buy a unit. Okay. Now, or they did maybe. I can make a surrender because these guys are gonna fall back into this hex. That's unfortunate. Just like I don't really want to move these down. Although if I can also get decent suppression on these, I might be able to attack, but it doesn't really look like it. Yeah, and these guys are destroyed without anything else going for them anyway. So that's not really gonna work out too well. I suppose at this point I just as well go for this mountain infantry and see if I can unentrench it a bit. Don't need to finish it off right away, but it's nice to already have it at a bit lower strength. And for you, I'm just gonna give you some supplies so they will never run out of ammo there. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I think nothing gonna happen up here anyway. They're down to 4. Yeah, I think I can take them with just the artillery, probably. Okay, let's do a bit more suppression then. Let's follow that up. It's a shame. I wanted it to surrender, but that wasn't gonna happen, unfortunately. Sure, I'm just putting these away. Doesn't matter too much. Time to start digging out some of these other guys. It's tough enough to do as it is. Seems like they're completely out of prestige because they don't seem to be buying any units at all at this point. So, I think at least I had hoped I would have been able to make some good use out of the mass attack bonus there. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to take them down, which is what I hoped. That does mean, well, they're not gonna attack. Not into my infantry like that. And now they don't have any more anti-aircraft units. Well, they did attack. Well, I tried making him surrender, but it was a little bit overkill. That's fine. You don't get that much prestige from surrenders anyway. I mean, in this case. So, surrenders are nice, don't get me wrong, but at the very least, I do get to play it completely safe here, and that is pretty nice. so that at least I'm not taking too much damage in these final stages of the mission. And yeah, let's take the final hex. So I think overall it went fairly well. I got a bit unlucky in the beginning, which cost me dearly in auxiliary units. But besides that, I think it went fairly well. I got a hit on that artillery. That's unfortunate. Because I lost that elite replacement that cost me about 50 prestige. It's actually a bit of a shame. And then of course the tank which got bombed. But besides that, I think the replacements will be okay. I'll be hoping to keep the 1st Schutzen Regiment above 1 star. Yeah, so not too bad. I got a little bit less surrenders than I might have liked, but besides that, it's not a big deal. Let's see what the General Feldmarschall has to say about our victory here. And they probably did not have anything else, no. A remarkable victory, Herr General. Your success at Narvik has finally ended the threat of Allied interference with our vital trade routes and has secured the country for any future naval and air operations in the North Sea. Before you are deployed for future campaigns, I'm to inform you that you and your men are being rotated back to Germany briefly for rest and refitting. This period of downtime will not last indefinitely, however, so be prepared to be called to duty again soon. And this grand campaign has been completed with our core force and prestige will be automatically saved. When we start Grand Campaign 1940, we'll be prompted to import our core force and prestige into that campaign. Yeah, so I'll be wrapping things up here. I want to thank you for watching this one. Do hope you enjoyed it, and I will continue with the Grand Campaign 1940 in the next episode. Well, first of the grand campaigns has been completed. Always starts out relatively easily, I guess. Start building your core, start building some prestige at the beginning. Because we already did a lot of the purchases that are needed for 1940, I luckily won't have to make that many anymore. Since for the most part I'm already pretty good. So that's nice at least, and I'll be able to really save up some of that prestige in the future campaigns. So I think they'll pay off. Either way, take care. See you all next time. Bye bye.